Chapter 18. The New Scriptures as written by Sananda, Jesus. September 15, 2013, 6:18 p.m. Channeler, Catherine E. May. I am so looking forward to the time when I can walk among you. This time will be a celebration for all of us. We will be celebrating freedom, the freedom to define yourselves as sovereign beings under God, untrammeled by the control of the dark ones who enslaved everyone on the planet with their economic sleight of hand maneuvers. They had gained control over nearly every financial transaction in nearly every part of the world, siphoning off enormous wealth. The pervasive use of money to define every transaction between one individual and another became their tool to eliminate all trade that was not controlled by them. As you know, most of the world is now under the grip of that program. It allowed everyone to be taxed, assessed, and overseen in all the important interactions in their lives. This oppressive framework of control is being dismantled, nullified, because it was based on illegal practices. It is being replaced by a completely different system, which will level the playing field, as you like to say. No individual or group will be permitted to control enormous amounts of money, as for instance, the Federal Reserve Bank in the United States has done. It is already being dismantled, and its head has resigned. Taxes will be a thing of the past, for they are not needed when all individuals have access to unlimited funds, which were controlled by the International Monetary Fund and the banks of each country, all of whom were in the league to steal and hoard the resources of their counties, of their countries. The noose around everyone's neck will be loosened, and you will be able to walk away from the old system debt-free. All debts will be forgiven because the majority of the world's banks' loans were written fraudulently. This illegality does not include, of course, those independent small banks which were established by the people to help each other, like the microloan lending programs which keep individuals, borrowers, and lenders in contact with one another. Imagine a life without bills to pay, in which all individuals are free to train themselves with help from talented experts to accomplish any creative endeavor they wish to accomplish. All community activities will center around celebrating the skills and abilities of members, and the power of creativity will be unleashed in a way that was unimaginable under the old system. When no one has to work at a dreary job, most of which had to do with moving money and papers detailing the movement of money, all will be free to invent, organize for productive purposes, and help their neighbors. You will no longer be pressured to meet the schedule of a boss who is insensitive or rude. You will choose who you wish to help and how you wish to use your creative skills. Many of you have already laid the groundwork for the projects you wish to nurture, whether it be nonprofit social programs, art programs, or assistance for the most vulnerable among you. All these projects will be supported when their mission is truly in the greater good. These will be the first recipients of the prosperity funds, so that all those among you who are struggling will be offered help. You have been programmed by the dark ones to believe that anyone who is poor must also be lazy and irresponsible. This is not true. Many who live barely above poverty have created a life in which they are fulfilled by their artistic work, which they feel they must pursue. Little has been done to recognize the talents of budding artists and musicians, especially when their work carried a profoundly meaningful message and your culture is poorer for it. Success has been defined by how much money a person earns. This will all be turned on its head in the new golden age of planet Earth. I am telling you these things now because of universal laws which determine what will come to pass. Without the vision of the future and your active participation in creating these conditions of which I speak, the golden age will not come to pass. It is a joint endeavor, you see. We envision it together, and the power of our combined energies create the reality we are determined to manifest. Only this way does real change take place within the social and economic structures of the planet. Many of you have already witnessed the miraculous recovery of those who have taken part in our healing groups. The evidence of beginning to come in. People with chronic terminal conditions are returning to complete health as the power of healing intentions of hundreds of people is focused on the individuals in need of healing, disease, and disability melts away as if it had no substance, which it does not. It takes courage to defy the medical establishment to cure yourself when your doctors have told you there is no help. But many have done just that. The condition of perfect health is a state of mind, one which has not been recognized or taught in your recent cultures. Asian healers still continue to pursue their ancient practices of herbal and energy treatments, helping people to take charge of their own health, but even those honored crafts have often been brushed aside in favor of more abrupt and evasive Western methods. New forms of healing will be allowed to develop once the medical establishment run by drug companies and large corporations and special interest groups are eliminated from the mix. There are extremely effective technologies developed by civilizations more advanced than your own, which combine the best understandings from every discipline throughout the ages. The Arcturians, in particular, the highly evolved civilization from Arcturus, have developed very sophisticated methods of healing the human body. They have done this not for themselves, since they have no need for these treatments. Their existence in higher dimensions does not allow for disease or deformity. The Arcturian masters are doing this simply because they are dedicated as a group to being of service to others, and they are able to create methods which are brilliantly effective healing tools for the melodies of the human body. They have dedicated their energies to developing methods which will all aid human mankind in learning to prepare for ascension by healing the physical disabilities which lower your vibration and keep you in a state of misery. You are greatly blessed by having such friends from the stars here at your service. Their ships are in orbit now, just above the Earth, available for your use. It is here we meet when we do the healing groups on www.blogtalkradio.com/channel-panel. On the mothership, which is parked in high orbit above the North Pole, We are greeted by the Arcturians, Mother and Father God, and dozens of archangels and masters whose expertise in the healing arts is well known. There are now thousands of Arcturians here to help you, and there is no limit to the number of people they are willing to assist. They are here for you in the groups we lead, or individually. You only need to call on them. You are practicing your meditation skills, are you not? It is crucial for you to do that now because there is so much for you to learn and so much information available to you when you open up your heart and your mind to reestablish your own psychic abilities, which many of you gave up under the pressure of a disbelieving and closed-minded culture. Be daring, dear ones. Open your third eye. Breathe gently and persistently through your brain to ease and soothe all the cramped and constricted places where information cannot flow freely because of anxiety and a preoccupation with everyday concerns. Let it be as the wonderful song explores you, implores you as well. You are not in danger of not surviving until tomorrow. Do not allow your anxiety and the instilled fear of the ages throw you off track to the most exhilarating opening of your consciousness. The benefits of developing your sensitivity to higher dimensions is immeasurable. Never mind that your so-called scientists or those who misquote them pretend to know nothing to the world beyond your five senses. The wonders of the universe occur on endless levels, levels upon levels of potential experience that you have not yet begun to explore. Go deep into your subconscious mind. There, at the center of your brain, you have a channel which leads directly to it and connect with your higher self as we have been instructing you to do. Follow the links of your consciousness, which will lead you to the level or to the person you wish to communicate with, whether it be an ancestor, a master with whom you have a personal affinity, or your guardian angel. We are all here to be of service to you, and we revel in your growth. This is the purpose of these messages and meditations. It is not your growth and the growth of the entire human race. You have no idea what a profound impact it has on the world around you when you reach down, take hold of yourself, and rise to meet the dawn of the new golden age, which awaits all of you. Lift yourselves, dear ones, out of the old despairing negativity which has pervaded your world and your thinking for thousands of years. It is a time to leave behind mistrust, paranoia, fear. Together you will overcome all these old feelings and dark philosophies. It is not easy to shift your entire belief system, but you will succeed if you follow along with the many tools we have created for you. Initially, our messages were only in English, but translations are now being done under my supervision to provide the messages in as many languages as possible. There are about 14 languages already being done and many more in the future. If you know skilled or professional translators in the less well-known languages, we welcome their participation. We wish to share the good news with everyone on the planet. As they are completed, the translations are posted on www.honeedslight.org. We offer these to share. only asking that you include the name of the channel, the translator, and the website. It is very important to me that the translations be done by people who have been chosen for this purpose, and that no robot translators be used for obvious reasons. Now, dear ones, begin by dedicating your days to your spiritual development above all other activities. Your close relationships, and especially your relationships with your children, are a part of that spiritual development. You will not need to spend long hours alone in a quiet place. This is not a solo experience. Ascension is something you must ultimately accomplish for yourself, but you will accomplish it within the ebb and flow of life in relationship with loved ones, the animal kingdom, and Mother Earth herself. Now that you are not alone, the ascension of human mankind was planned within the democratic process of consultation and shared ideas. You were a part of that planning, and your vote was needed to initiate this holy project. You see, it was unanimously agreed within the councils of human mankind that all be included, all be assisted in any way necessary, and all be cheered across the finish line into the fifth dimension, whatever it takes. Of course, as you look around you, you see that there are still some who are asleep, belligerently clinging to negative attitudes of superiority, judgment, blame, and victimhood. These stubborn attitudes will mellow and fade away in the face of the waves of love and light, which will continue to pour across the earth realm, lifting all beings to higher levels of consciousness. You will very shortly be treated to the wondrous announcements which will make it clear to everyone on the planet that everything is changing. There will be no denying the presence of our star brothers and sisters when the ships land to create cheering and celebration. We are arranging these celebrations now, beloved ones, and no one could be more excited than I am to dance with you in the streets to proclaim the freedom of all human mankind, to share in the glorious experience of being embraced in love and light. I am here for you. I am dedicated to the ascension of human mankind, and I will do anything necessary to help each and every one of you to achieve the destiny for which you were born. Reach deeply into your hearts. Feel the peace which comes with endless love. We are one. I am Sananda Jesus. Transcribed by Catherine E. May, September 14, 2013, 11 p.m.